Okay, just give us a countdown. Can you tell Mr. Deal we do not have eyes on the game because the monitor's not working? Just so he knows. So you count us in and we're ready to go. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If it's a cold day in January, you know what that means. In Little Falls, Minnesota, it means boys basketball. This is Dave Gertz along with Steve Jones. This is Flyer Media Productions' 1,000th broadcast, Jonesy. And we have a game between Granite Ridge Conference rivals, the Milaca Wolves, and Little Falls Flyers. Welcome to Steve Jones, my partner in crime, my colleague, my good friend. And this is our 1,000th broadcast, Jonesy.
Isn't that amazing? It really is. And when we think about that, 1,000 of anything is phenomenal, Dave. But to have 1,000 broadcasts for a high school TV station, there's few in the country that have done that.
Well, you know, it's kind of cool, Jonesy, because we've been, Flyer Media has been around for 20 or 25 years. Came back in full swing when you came to take the helm here, and it's a good thing. This broadcast is one thing that we're really proud of. We've got students doing just about everything in it.
Yep, and that's what we have to remember is that our TV station and Flyer Media Productions is all about education. It's all about the kids. It's all about providing them opportunities that they wouldn't have otherwise. And I'm so excited to see new faces because I haven't been around FMP this year yet. But to see new faces and young kids here, that bodes well for the future of Flyer Media Productions. And
it really does.
And the continued support of athletics and activities and concerts and fine arts in our district.
We've got a little tribute video coming up right after the national anthem too. We'll run it during halftime. We'll also interview Karen Warner and Sean Alholm, my other two partners in crime. But tonight, let's concentrate on basketball. Jonesy, Milaca Wolves, Little Falls Flyers, winless in the Granite Ridge Conference. This is going to be a tough game.
Yep, long-time conference foes. They've been in the conference as long as the Granite Ridge has been around, celebrating, I think it's the eighth year or so for the Granite Ridge Conference. Unfortunately, both these teams find themselves winless in the conference and honestly struggling to score points and struggling to stop the offense of the other team. Milaca comes in with a 3-7 record overall, as Dave said, winless in the Granite Ridge. The Flyers just a tick worse than that at 2-7 and winless in the Granite Ridge as well. One thing we do know for sure, somebody's going to pick up their inaugural Granite Conference win tonight. And there's the conference standings on the screen again. Familiar place for Albany up at top at 3-0, and right behind them St. Cloud Cathedral and Zimmerman.
This same Milaca team played Albany on Tuesday night and got beat, looking for their first win. Of course, Cathedral's always on top. Albany with Corey Schlegel at the helm, leaving Little Falls to go there, which leads us to Kevin Jordan coming back in the head coach's role here in Little Falls.
Well, and again, as I was watching warm-ups and thinking back to when I got here and Kevin was coaching, and then Kevin went into coaching retirement and had to come back out, I look at these players, Dave, and I think how lucky they are to have the experience to be coached by Kevin Jordan and Randy Talbot.
You know, it's funny, too, because Randy Tabbitt, of course, took a couple of years off, leaves of absence, and Kevin asked him back, and he said, yep, we're going to do it together.
Well, it actually went the other way around. Tabbitt called Jordan and said, if you're coming back, I'm in with you. So I'm not sure that Jordan had a choice who he was going to bring with.
Well, the greatest thing, too, is I was talking to Tara Jordan, the assistant girls basketball coach. They're basically having daycare at school for their kids because they're both coaching this year.
Exactly. It's, kind of wild family dynamics, but it's been a family built on basketball. Tara going back into the coaching ranks this year. But Kevin, let's be honest, in his tenure here at Little Falls, had as much success as anybody at a school our size in central Minnesota. And his philosophy of basketball is pretty simple. I'm going to come at you, I'm going to play defense, and we're just going to flat out outwork you. And so we might not be the most talented group in the.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Little Falls Community High School.
Home of the win if you're going to beat us.
You bet. There's Joel Holy, our announcer at the table. We're going to have a little Flyer Media Production tribute video in just a few minutes. Just talk a little bit about head coach Doug Reitz from Albany, coming back after 30 years. I just talked to him, and this is his second year back, so he's another transplant back in the coaches program.
Yeah, sometimes old coaches just take leaves. They don't actually ever really fully retire. And both Reitz and Jordan, who coached against each other many, many times down the road, who knows if they're happy to see each other, but I know there's a lot of respect there.
Well, definitely. Looks like Coach Reitz, too, he has two good players, Peyton Rothenberg and Cade Sorensen, averaging 12.5 and 13.5 points per game. These two are going to be a tough matchup underneath for Mason Wickstrom.
Oh, there's no doubt. And, as you look at the front line, it appears that Milaca is going to come out be a little bit more of a physical ball club. It's going to take Little Falls really being pesky to come at them. Little Falls is really height challenged this year. Outside of Wickstrom, there's not a lot of beef and brawn up front.
We're going to get the school song and the national anthem coming up shortly by Jonathan LaFlamme and the Little Falls High School Band. Here's our alma mater.
And as you said, David, that was the alma mater written by
Jonathan LaFlamme. Yep. Part of an ACP project, in fact. Yeah.
It was.
We've come full circle, to tell you the truth. Here come the Flyers back on the floor. And the Flyer fight song, written by Ken Pinkney.
Yes.
They're the Little Falls teacher.
There you go. Well, as we play the fight song, Dave, of course, Kevin Jordan isn't the only one coming back out of retirement. There's you.
Yeah, I am semi-retired, that's true.
Yeah, so it's good to see you back behind the mic as well. And of course, a lot of the success of FMP has to do directly with you. You're going to, of course, give credit where credit is due. Aaron and Sean and Mark Deal. But let's be honest, you were the blood and guts of FMP since I've been here for the last 6 years. And whatever successes we have, Dave, is a reflection of the work that you have put into this.
Well, I appreciate that, Steve, because definitely a passion of mine. As I'm watching these kids get ready, getting the cameras and everything set up, it's hard not to get my hands involved in this. We do have the A crew tonight, I'll tell you that. It's the top-notch group of kids that we're going to announce them later on during the broadcast, too. I'm just looking over the floor too, Steve, and I noticed all the new things in the Flyer Gymnasium. We've got a video board. We've got the countdown timers. We've got the shot clock, which will be a shot clock soon.
Yep.
We've got the basketball hoops that light up at the end of a period too.
New paint job on the floor. The only thing we don't have are the new bleachers. And they'll be in next summer.
That's right.
Or this summer, actually. Now that it's 2018, we're only 6 months away from new bleachers.
Our three officials tonight are Tom Keller, Adam Heathcote, and Calvin Tubner. And we're going to stand for the national anthem in just a few seconds here as everybody lines up, paying tribute to our great country. Thankful we can be in a warm building tonight on a 5-degree day.
Exactly.
Milestone. Flyer Media Productions is a student club that began in the fall of 2009 to bring the events and news of Little Falls Community Schools to the local community and the world through its live streaming. A few years, Flyer Media Production launched LFCHS TV and begun the operation, its local education access channel on Charter Spectrum Channel 181. Over the years, FMP has won 2 awards, the High Top Site Award for streaming events and the Minnesota Rural Education Association Program of Excellence Award. Here's a short video clip of the FMP in action. Tonight, another significant event is taking place as Flyer Media Productions is performing its 1000th broadcast. Tonight's game is live on Charter Spectrum Channel 181, theCUBE, and YouTube. Please join us in recognizing Flyer Media Productions for the incredible service they provide the district, the community, and our alumni around the world. Please remain standing, remove your hats as we honor this great nation and this community as the high school band, under the direction of Jonathan LaFlamme, plays our national anthem. The color guard is presented by American Legion Post 46. Color guard members are Bob Tomey, Bob Klosowski, Donnie Herman, and Donnie Sherwood. Please stay standing and hold your applause until the colors have left the floor. Thank you.
Best bands in the state of Minnesota there.
No doubt. Last year, I think they were named the best pep band in Central Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basketball time. Gertzie, after a nice round of applause from our fans for Flyer Media Productions. This, the 1,000th broadcast. Holy cow.
And now our starting
Here comes Little
lineups.
Falls,
First for the
and
Milaca
the starting
Wolves.
lineups for
A
Milaca
6'2"
and the
senior,
Flyers,
number 10,
announced by Joel
Peyton
Holy. We do have the starting
Rothenberg.
lineups. First of all,
A
for
5'10"
Milaca,
junior,
Peyton
number
Rothenberg,
23, Jake
number
Mott.
10, starting guard. Number 23, Jake
A 6'1"
Mott,
sophomore, number 33,
the other guard, averaging
Logan
7.8
Malachek.
points per game. Number 33, Logan Malachek, 6.5 points per game.
Cade Sorensen.
Followed by number 42, Cade Sorensen. He's the man to watch. I think Mason Wickstrom is going to have his hands full with him. 13.5 points a game. And number 55, Dylan Ash, 9 points per game, and he averages 10.5 rebounds. That's the Milaca starting lineup.
Good size for him. Sorensen,
A 5'10" senior, number 10,
but I think it
Joe
all comes
Elho.
for Peyton Rothenberg. Double figure.
A 6'2" junior, number 12.
Well, here's Little Falls starting lineup. Joel Allholm leads all scorers with 11.4 points per game.
5'11" sophomore, number 32,
Coach
Travis
Kevin
Wenzel.
Jordan has got a few kids. Not a lot of experience right now,
6'2"
but Caleb
senior,
Scott, number 12,
50, Austin
33.
Erdman.
or 32, excuse me. That's Travis Wenzel
And
starting at one of
6'6"
the guards.
sophomore, number 52,
And
Mason
Austin Erdman, probably the one with the most
Wickstrom.
experience behind
Head coach
Joel
is Kevin
Allholm.
Jordan.
And here's Mason Wickstrom. He's the 6'5" sophomore center.
Yep, so that Wickstrom and Wenzel, both sophomores. It's been a long time since Little Falls has started a couple sophomores.
Well, it's funny, too, because I know that Coach Jordan whole hog subs everybody. He's got 5 subs coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's going to be playing 9 or 10 with regularity. And the coach is going to be remiss if he didn't mention got hurt in preseason workouts. Dylan Lukasavitz, a senior sharpshooter, has been out all year. Starting to work out a little bit, but quite honestly, seems to have a ways to go yet before he's going to get back on the hardwood.
And Milaca plays really a 3-guard, 2-forward offense, too. They don't really label a center. Wickstrom, of course, for Little Falls is 6'5". He is listed as a center. And the ball is controlled by Milaca. We're going to start here. Milaca going left to right on your screen. Swing offense. Little Falls looking like they're in a zone 2-3. No shot yet big Dylan Ash with the ball. Gets it off to number 23, and guess what? Jake Mock has the first 2 points of the game.
Nice kiss off the glass. Took him a few minutes to get the zone figured out, but Mock ended up with a nice 15-footer.
Alholm runs the action left side. He's a good three-point shooter. He's averaging 38% from three, and there's a first tied ball.
Yep, and a foul, actually.
There it is.
They're going to call a foul on Wickstrom.
You got it, boy.
And that's the one guy that cannot afford to get into foul trouble right off the bat. That was an aggressive foul. He went after the rebound, but Ash had already had it. So down 2-zip, Milaca with basketball.
Rothenberg brings it across the timeline, running the offense. Little Falls goes man. Rothenberg drives. That's going to be a foul. Yeah. Boy, down goes Rothenberg.
And that's been the concern of Kevin Jordan is, we see them switch to a man right away, and right off the dribble, the Flyers get beat, and they pick up their second foul. That's the trouble with a man. If you can't stop the penetration, you're going to have trouble.
It falls on Erdman. Rothenberg back with the ball, running the offense. Rothenberg, tall kid, back running the offense. They still got man. Rothenberg drives. He's not afraid to drive and put it up. Rebound by Ash. Kicks it back out. That was Mock with another shot. Finally rebounded by the Flyers, number 12. Strock. And Strock and Erdman playing catch right now. Alholm back to Strock. 20-footer. No good from Erdman. Out of bounds.
The Flyers have to shoot the ball well to win. They're just not going to get a lot of offensive rebounds. We've seen Ash and Wickstrom battle on the defense end, and Ash, what it would say, Dave, weighing 40, 45 pounds more than Mason, is just out maneuvering him physically.
Mason makes it up in height, but not in weight, that's for sure. Coming around the corner, Mock. Mock right underneath, beautiful pass, and that is Cade Sorensen's first 2 points.
Yep. Again, penetration allowed the passing to excel. And the Flyers right now defensively are struggling.
Boy, Erdman, they're looking for Alholm to get open for the three, maybe open things up and underneath. Alholm gets the roll. Nice job.
And that was a nice drive by Joe. And again, Joe is a set shooter. You get him wide open with nobody around him, Joe's going to hit his threes. But somehow he has to drive to be able to get the guys to back off him a little bit so he can get that opportunity. That was a nice drive by Joe Alholm.
Well, Joe Alholm and his twin brother Blake, seniors this year. I don't know what we're going to do without those two guys.
They're good kids.
They really are. Their dad's pretty good, too. That's first basket. It's the first points for Little Falls there. 3-point play by Alholm. Mock, right side. Still in a man defense, Little Falls is. They're trying to pick Rothenberg up. Boy, he is cagey. Big shot by Sorensen. Rebounded by Mock. Mock up. Wow.
But again, even on a long rebound that isn't corralled by one of the big guys, it's the 5'10" guy, Jake Mock, who gets in there and gets the rebound. And that's the kind of second opportunities we cannot allow.
No kidding. And Wickstrom's got 2 fouls already, too.
Quickly off the bench comes Anthony Vetter.
Yep.
And we won't see Mr. Wickstrom much the rest of the first half.
Nope, I don't think, because we're going to get whole hog subs here. We got Vetter. Looks like Tom Kula.
And also Noah Nordley.
Noah, yep. Nordley's been playing a lot of minutes for Coach Jordan. Yep. And
Mock hits them both,
boy.
I think.
Yep, he does. And Alholm running the floor here to Kula. In the corner. Big three-pointer up off the barrier, and it does not fall. Milaca with the rebound. Rothenberg, oh!
Good pickup by Anthony Vetter. And I watched Anthony run the floor. You know, Anthony had a nice shot from the corner. I thought he was going to do it, but he didn't sit there and sulk. He ran down, got defensive
Player
position,
control
did a nice
fall
job.
on number 10,
Good move
Peyton
for Anthony
Rothenberg.
Vetter.
That was, I tell you what, taking a hit like that from Rothenberg, going full steam. And Little Falls, Alholm again with the ball. In the front court. Crosses the three-point line. Nice drive again, left-handed, no good. Yep. And that's out of bounds to Little Falls.
And again, another nice drive by Joe. Found that lane open. Able to penetrate off the dribble on Mock. Hey, we might see Milaca go to a different defender on.
They might have to. Kula, nice move.
Traveled.
He traveled. Picked up his foot, put it down twice.
Yep, Joe had a lane, a little anxious to get there. Another turnover by the Flyers. 15-16 to go here in the first half. It's 6-3 Milaca.
Rothenberg inbound to Mock, and Rothenberg's going to run this offense again. Vetter on him in the backcourt.
I'm not sure that's a great matchup for the
I
Flyers.
don't think so. Vetter's got to move his feet to keep up with Rothenberg. Big pass underneath. Nice move. No good. Erdman with the rebound.
That was Sorensen. He had the inside position, just missed the shot.
And Allhome back to Erdman. Erdman come up and behind the three-point line. Nordley blocked, gets his own rebound. Vetter loses it to Rothenberg.
Nordley had both shots blocked, and Vetter comes down with it, and he lost it on the dribble. Another turnover. Milaca to capitalize. Let's see what happens.
Sorensen shot blocked, tipped away, and Nordley comes up with a rebound with a blocked shot. Out of bounds. That is off of Milaca. And of course, Kevin Jordan, a very animated coach. He wants his players to play hard, play defense, play strong.
To demonstrate how much lack of height the Flyers have right now, their tallest guy on the floor is 6 foot.
And we're not going to see, like you said, Mason for a while.
Yep.
Vetter, Erdman's back up as a guard right now. They run a two-forward offense. Kula, three-pointer, no good. Nice rebound by Erdman. Oh, he can't get it to go.
He had inside position, just missed the putback. Good rebound by Austin. He's got to finish.
Rothenberg run that offense again. Pulls up from the free throw line. Back to Rothenberg. Here comes a three. He puts it in.
And unfortunately, he makes that shot because it did away with a
Three-point basket by Peyton Rothenberg.
Better to block off Ash an easy basket.
Allham has a nice bounce pass stolen. Mock down court to Rothenberg on the left side this time. Rothenberg drives. He gets easily around Vetter. Puts it in for two more.
And we're in danger right here. This is just
two-point basket.
Gotta be timeout
by Rothenberg.
Having this thing slip away just 4.5 minutes into the game.
Well, Jonesy, at this time, too, we've got some graphics for some of the Flyer Media Productions events. If you want to throw that up there, a couple of things that happened. Oh, well, there we go. There's our new logo.
Right.
And we have replay working, too.
Yep.
Thanks to Matt Lau for doing that.
Yep.
Anyway, the events that we have so far, 1,000 events. You have to realize, too, that these 1,000 events are sometimes replayed, but we have had 1,000 individual shows for Flyer Media Productions, and some of these shows are from the vault from back in 1995. That's our oldest show. And our most recent tally for shows, we'll get that graphic up a little bit later, but Sean Allholm with Lincoln Elementary School Morning News leads the way with 351 broadcasts.
Yeah, and what he's been doing over there with those kids is just phenomenal.
It's great.
Yeah, it's what education is all about.
Little Falls out of the timeout. Substitution in number 20, Tom Kunkel's in for Little Falls. Allholm, right side. Oh, kicked off by Muck, and Little Falls is playing with their subs, and Milaca has not subbed yet. No need to right now. Kula, three-pointer. Oh, just off again. Big rebound, big push, and that's better.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't make up for lack of position by going over and through somebody, and the Flyers pick up their fifth.
Falls on number 44.
I think it's their 15th foul already. Maybe they're only their fourth. But
number 2,
Dylan Ash
Rudolph
is
Munson
immovable,
checking in.
6'5".
Kunkel checking in.
He is big, 230 at least, I would think.
I think we had our first subs.
We do a sub, yep.
Yep. You got Lewis Rudolph Munson. Yep.
Yeah.
In.
Malachek in, and yeah, number 2,
Yep.
Lewis Rudolph Munson. Munson, into Ash. Ash just pushes up. Big score by Dylan Ash.
7 unanswered for Milaca, and Flyers need a basket.
Something to break this momentum. Kunkel,
Yep.
Nordley, nice pass. Kula, just off high on the board. Ash with the rebound. Mock coming down, wide open.
Nice pass.
Oh, out of bounds. Touch,
Yep.
touch.
Yep.
Checking in.
Flyers
strap.
getting into a running game with Milaca is not what the Flyers want to do offensively nor defensively. They need to control tempo here if they're going to do something. Alex Guast is coming in, another sophomore. I think he'd be the 11th guy that's already come off the bench.
He is.
11th guy on the floor for the Flyers, and we're just not even 6 minutes into the game.
Kunkel Erdman, left or right side. They just need to get something in the basket. Just one basket might break that momentum. And they just cannot seem to handle the ball right now. Pass over, Guast. Still has it in the lane. Erdman, three. Looks like it's going to go in. Crawled over the rim.
Good basket for Austin Erdman. He needed that. Flyers needed it. Cuts the lead to 7.
And Mock just running the floor right now. 18-footer is good.
Not sure he drew it up that way to bounce it in off glass, but it counts the same.
And there's the replay. Thanks to Matt Lau for getting the replays going here. It's awesome to see that. Little Falls got to get another basket. That goes right into the hands of Malachek. And Mock running the offense again. Little Falls backing off. They're still in a man, though, Steve. Oh, boy.
But
another basket.
If you're giving up height, you can't get behind a guy in the block. You got to get in front of him and try to make him throw it over you.
Sorensen with that basket. Erdman, the only starter left for Little Falls right now on the floor. Back to Erdman, another three. He's good luck with the first three. He's going to the free throw line right now. Little drive. There's a wide open three.
For Guas.
That's a nice shot by Guas.
Yep. Sophomore Guas hits a three. Flyers have hit a couple of threes in a row.
Little Falls
lead to 8.
pressing down, and it's just not. Milaca's having none of it. They're breaking the press. Not a real big press put on by Little Falls right now. Ash knocked away by Erdman, and we have a foul.
Again, the Flyers, you can't fault their effort, Dave. I mean, they're working hard. They're all over the floor. They're sliding and on the floor. They're everywhere. But it does kind of seem a little out of kilter right now. Flyers need to offensively just get back into a flow.
Well, this might be a time. Ash is out right now. They put in Joe Berg, and Rothenberg is back, though, too. And I tell you what, Guas can have his hands full with Rothenberg in a man defense. Nice pass to Berg. He goes up hard. Yep. Wow, Joe Berg.
A nice
and
move
one.
off the bench.
Boy.
That was a very nice move off the bench. You don't see a young guy come in, just a junior, and do that. But another foul, 16 foul on the Flyers. And again, 7.5 minutes in to have 16 fouls, we're going to get ourselves into some serious foul trouble. Misses the free throw. Flyers, Austin Erdman comes down with it. Headmans it up ahead to Strock. Strock into the paint, kicks it out. Long three-pointer.
Boy, that three-pointer just not going anywhere. Rebound, Rothenberg takes it. And a foul. Oh, he walked.
Checking in for the Flyers, number 44 Vetter and number 10 Elholm.
10-10 to play here in the first half. 19-9 Milaca. This match is the largest lead of the evening thus far. See if the Flyers can get it back in under single digits.
And inbounding the ball will be Little Falls. Another substitution. Finally, Mock comes out for Milaca. But Sorensen's still in there and Rothenberg's still in, the two of the starters. Alholm, right side. Watch closely. Vetter is going to try to drive. Nice three-point shot here by Joe. Off the rim. And Rothenberg got no foul. We got a.
It somehow stays Little Falls basketball. 19-9. Flyers trail by 10.
Wow. And Alholm's going to inbound the ball here. Alholm, Kunkel. Swinging it around. Joe's looking for the three, but he just does not have an opening right now. Kunkel.
Good drive.
That's Strock, excuse me.
Yep, good drive by Caleb.
And a foul.
Yep.
It'll put him on the line for two.
Yep. The second and third free throws attempted tonight by the Flyers. The lefty.
Strock.
Good on the first one.
Nice one.
Checking in for the Wolves.
Puts the Flyers into double digits, trailing now 19-10.
Yeah, 16 fouls for Little Falls, only 3 for Milaca right now, too.
Strock, a 64% free throw shooter in the year. Second one also.
Nice job by Strock. And Milaca is going to turn it around. Rothenberg running the offense. A little press now. A little more aggressive press by Little Falls. Broken. Number 55. Big Ash is back in.
Yep, big steal as Flashing in comes Kunkel.
Nice job by
With a nice
Kunkel.
little push. And suddenly it's 19-13.
Good run by Little Falls here.
Yep, Flyers.
Berg
Yep.
back to Rothenberg and number 2, Louis Rudolph Munson. And Joe Alholm's trying to get in Rothenberg's way, and he does. Good steal.
Kunkel out ahead.
Oh,
And
nice.
rejected.
Good block. That was a good
Okay.
block.
Flyers have done this with their defense, though, David. In about a minute, they've kind of changed the focus here. Down by 6, now trailing 19-13, with Alholm inbounding underneath their own basket, excuse me.
And Joe looking for some help. Gets it out in time. Vetter, right side, watched by Ash. He's got a 5-second count going on him. There's a nice 3-point opportunity. Boom, in and out. Rebounded by Rothenberg.
That one was halfway down by Caleb, just didn't stay down.
Second time that's happened to the Flyers right now. Little Falls going 2-3 right now, too. Boy, they passed it around 4th, 5th, 6th pass, 3-point shot, in and out. And a good rebound picked up by Berg. And back to, he's back in, Mock is back in. I didn't see him come back in.
They're just dominating on the boards
Boy.
right now. Milaca is just dominating the boards. Multiple shots offensively.
And they're passing it 5 and 6 times before they do anything right now, too, setting up this offense. Nice pass to Ash and a timeout.
Certainly, the defense is better in the zone versus the man defense. It's allowed the Flyers to claw back in, trailing once by 10. They're down by 6 with 8:06 to play.
Once again, our 1000th broadcast here in Flyer Media Productions, Little Falls Community TV, which used to be Channel 612. We are now Channel 181, sharing with Great River Arts TV downtown with Joe Moore and Mark Sloop in the gang. A couple other highlights. Out of the statistics that I had, Steve, our first YouTube broadcast was in 2014, and we've had 35,000 minutes viewed and 5,000 individual views of our broadcast. So that's something to be, I'm happy for it. I can't believe it sometimes.
Well, I know games like tonight are watched all over the country. Parents, grandparents, friends, family members, alumni watching games that are broadcast on FMP.
It's great. It's great to see that worldwide market. Mock, Little Falls back in a 2-3. They're sitting back. Good defense.
Oh, it's going to stay that way. I thought it might go the other way. Looked like Sorensen might have touched that one last. But inbounding underneath is Malachek. Kicks it out to Mock, top of the circle. Now swinging it to Rothenberg. That's an open 3.
Oh, out of bounds.
Yep, high off the bounce and hit the cable.
That's the second time. Strap has caused the basket not to be good.
Well, Flyers are on a 4-0 run here. Let's see if they can make it 6-zip here or 7. With a 3, get themselves really back into the contention here.
Milaca, kind of a weak press going on. Just let them know that they're all home. Left side, nice behind the back dribble. Got to have some help. Kula swinging it around. Strock. Joe gets it wide open. Boom! Nice 22-footer.
And that's what Joe can do. But again, the Flyers have to shoot well because there's nobody on the floor over 6 feet tall.
And Jonesy, they're right back in this. 19-16. Milaca only by 3. But Ash comes through, and there's a foul.
Yep.
It's got to be on Kula.
Coach Jordan wanted the charge. It wasn't there. They're going to call a foul instead on Kula.
Yep. That's a, I'm not sure, a questionable call? It's on Gloss. Oh, okay.
I know Kevin's going to be pointing up to the scoreboard with the irregularity in fouls.
I think you're right. He's got the ref's ear right by the bench right now. Ash misses his first free throw.
Ash might be the guy you want at the free throw line.
I don't have stats for him, but I don't think he's too hot from the line.
He looked good on that one. Pushes the lead back up to 4. 20-16. Joe with a flash to the basket.
Nice job by Alholm.
That's one that I think Joe wishes he had again.
And back just like that. Mock leading the offense again down the floor. Rothenberg, Mock and Rothenberg, they're going to get that ball inside easily, and there's a foul.
Another one on Kula. Yep.
Kula's first foul. And it's 1-1 for the rest of the game, or rest of the first half here. Boy, there are 8 fouls in, too.
Nordley and Wenzel in. Some good quality minutes, I thought. Well, Kunkel staying on the floor. Some good quality minutes by Strock and Guast.
Munson, Rudolph in, and Sorensen at the line. Big 6'3" junior. See what this one looks like. And that's out. That might be the guy you want at the line. Nice rebound. Ripped down by Wenzel. Oh, Nordley, wide open 3. They're trying to string that defense out, but they just cannot seem to hit that 3 consistently. And there was Sorensen with a big rebound.
No, and I think that's why it's worth more points. It's a tougher shot, Dave.
Absolutely. They need a 5-point shot.
Yeah.
Bring it down to 30 feet. Rothenberg, nice drive. Oh, way up off. Kiss on the backboard. It's in.
He hangs in the air so nicely. And there's a turnover
stolen
on the pass in.
Oh.
Flyers got lucky, got it back. Kunkel trying to get things up the floor here.
Kind of bugging him. Noah Nordley on the left side here. Kunkel, Alholm swings it over. Kula, 23-footer's good.
There we go.
They got the rhythm if they can
Wenzel.
get that pass.
Wenzel.
That was Wenzel?
Yep,
That wasn't Kula.
Travis.
Okay.
Yep.
And Rothenberg looking back. Little Falls zoning it out again here. Big throw, oh boy. That's Louis Rudolph Munson. Wow.
Off
He
the
had
bench
arc.
for the 3.
That's a
Yep.
rainmaker. And Little Falls right back. Wenzel. Kula, and we're going to get a run out by Kunkel. Alholm looking for that 3. They're trying to open up that middle. There's just nothing in the middle right now. Not a thing. Swinging it around. Nice pass to Kula. Can he get that ball back in the lane? There's a foul.
Call the foul.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good call. He had his leg.
Yep. Well, we've seen some good things here out of Wenzel in the last minute or so. They're not going to call it a shooting foul. They're just going to call it a possession foul.
Nope, and it's only their 4th foul, too.
Yep. Thomas
And-
Kunkel leaving. I thought he had a couple good minutes.
Yep. Coach Jordan seems a little happier on the sideline, too.
Yep. Guas is back in.
Guas, nice drive. Dishes off to Nordley. 16-footer, no good. Rebounded by Sorensen and up to Rothenberg on the right side. Their transition game is, they slow it down a little bit. They don't do a lot of fast breaking. But there it is, Ash
Yep,
again.
That's great
Oh.
position.
Wow.
Yep. Good position that time.
That's
Nice
a
pickup
second.
by Kula.
Sacrificial lamb Kula again goes down. That's a nice defensive move.
Yep.
And Nordley get inbound. Joe Alholm.
Flyers are down by 6, 5 minutes to play. If you're just tuning in, Flyers got in trouble right away with Wickstrom picking up his 2nd foul in under 2 minutes into the ball game, and the big 6'5" post player hasn't been on the floor since.
Now, I don't know, Ethan Wickstrom, I thought he might be coming in, but I don't see him getting ready to do anything right now. 54. And that's a turnover.
Nope.
Oh, it's back in, tipped out.
Tipped out off by Rothenberg. Flyers having a little difficulty getting the ball in. They'll have a little easier chance at it here from the sideline.
And Joe Alholm running the offense again. Milaca sits back in a 2-3 zone. 3-pointer, no good. Nice rebound by Vetter. He muscles his way up. Boom! And he gets a foul. Nice job.
Nice rebound by Anthony, and playing a little bigger than his 6-foot frame right now. Anthony actually coming into the game is a leading percentage shooter for the Flyers, shooting over 50% on the course of the year. You want him to shoot the basketball, and that time he went hard at the rim, but misses
In and out.
on the free throw.
And they need all the points they can get. It's 6-point game here. Want to thank our graphics person, Matt Lau. Look at that. We got the clock going. Everything's looking great on screen.
It is. Just things like that, Dave. When we go back to just a couple of years ago, when we were doing games versus what we're doing now, we're seeing replay, we're seeing graphics, we're seeing tremendous camera action, and the broadcasting ourselves haven't gotten much better. The talent, as they call us.
Well,
but everything else has improved greatly. Let me tell you.
You know, we got guys like Rob Pullman. What can you do? You know, I don't know. Of course, we got the A-team here, Jonesy. It's the A-team right now. Broadcast and everything. Little Falls controls that rebound, gets it in bounds. Nice job by the Flyers. They're hanging close. Both teams looking for their first Granite Ridge Conference win. Kula, fake shot, puts it up He has 2 3-pointers. Doesn't get that one. Alholm drives left, left-handed, boom, off the rim. And it's Little Falls turns it over again.
Oh, just a foul. That was a foul that time. I think
I-
they're going to call a loose ball foul.
Darn.
I think that one is on Ethan.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Ethan Wickstrom did check in after you said that he should be playing,
Yeah,
and he picks up the foul.
right away. Boy, the Wickstrom boys have 3 between them.
Again, a couple drives by Joe Alholm, really flashing to the hoop nicely, but just not finishing on those layups.
Dylan
I know
Ash on
Joe
the line.
wishes he would have those back again. He's doing exactly what he needs to do, just not finishing.
Well, Ash, soft touch, boy. He's he must have listened to us right
I
there.
know, exactly.
Well, Little Falls only down by 6 right now.
Yep. Ash has been a presence on the board. He's only scored his 4th point. It just seems like he has more than 4.
Boy, in and out that time, and rebounded by Wickstrom. And they're going to set up the offense. Alholm goes right side this time. Kula's looking for that open 3. He's got 2 so far. Oh, Wickstrom just does not have the body to go in the middle with Ash.
Few do, Dave. Few do.
I got a cast on too, Jonesy. Yeah, Alholm just inside.
Yep.
That's a 2-pointer.
That's
Yep.
a 2-pointer, yep.
Just inside the 3-point line.
Yep. But it was good to see Joe hit a shot on the move.
Yep. And we're looking at a little play and catch here. Little Falls back in that 2-3 zone, giving up the back front court. Rothenberg, boy, they can't let him go. Slices and dices. Ash with the rebound. Oh, off the top of the board. Dylan Ash with another basket.
Literally surrounded by 3 Flyers, but still gets the rebound and puts it up.
And Alholm looking for something. Joe is definitely the spark plug on the court here. Kula up to the free throw line.
Caleb Strock.
Boy, Strock looking good. Does not roll. Rothenberg sets up transition game here. He's going to pull back. He's going to take it back under. Here comes Mock. 3-pointer. In and out. No good. Ash. And how was he going to say he got away with one, but he was right over his back.
Yep.
Let's foul on Strock.
Yep.
It'll be
Flyers
his
racking
first.
up the foul. That's
Foul
their
on
10th
Caleb
team
Strock.
foul,
His
so
first.
it's 2 shots from here on out
Dylan Ash on the line.
for
Well,
Milaca.
And look at this, Jonesy. They're within 6 again.
Yep.
This double free throw might hurt them unless they put Ash at the line here. First one's good. He's got that first one touch.
Vetter Kunkel.
Vetter,
And Wenzel
Kunkel.
checking in. Number 33, Logan
And,
Malachek checking in.
I don't have 32 on my.
Yeah, you do Wenzel.
Oh, it's
Travis,
Wenzel, okay.
Yep, Travis. Yep.
Got it. He was X'd out by my pencil. Ash, second one. In.
Good on those.
2 for 2 that time.
He's got 8, and the lead is back to 8.
And the
Critical
Flyers,
couple of minutes here for the Flyers.
it is. They've got to just get some shots, get something underneath, which would be really nice. Big, nice 16-footer. That's Wenzel.
Yeah, he looks good on the move. I like. He's had a good last couple of trips on the floor here.
He followed Joe Alholm with that shot, same side, same on the move. Oh boy, got away with the push down there. Did better.
That was a travel.
Yeah, yep, got it. You can see it.
All right, Flyers need to capitalize at the 2.5-minute mark. Down by 6. As they've trailed by as many as 10. Have not led in this game. See if they can get it back down to within a couple of trips up and down the floor here.
Joe, right side, pulls back, 23-footer in. Boy, nice drop step for Alholm.
His 11th point.
11 points for
Flyers
him.
are down to 3.
Good aggressive defense. No foul on that one.
Yep.
And it looks like Mason's, Ethan's coming back in.
Along with
Ethan
Kula.
Wickstrom.
Yep,
And number
Kula.
42.
They're going to give
Thomas
Vetter a
Kula.
break and Wenzel a break.
Yep.
Backcourt. Little Falls back in a kind of a 2-3 zone here. They're still trying to. I think this defense is a lot better for the Flyers right now.
As long as they don't give up the baseline. That's a tough shot there.
Sorensen,
Gotta
no
get a
way.
rebound.
Yep, there it is. The Little Falls coming up with it. Strock, man in the court. You know, they haven't figured out Alholm yet because he's dangerous from all sides. Oh, loose ball, and we got a held ball.
And that should point the way of the Flyers.
That's the way of the Flyers.
That's the first held ball of the game.
That is it.
Flyers
Rothenberg
lost the
checking
opening
in.
tip, and
Vetter
this is
and
the
Wenzel
first time
checking
we've
in
given
for
it back.
Flyers.
And a little substitution. Wickstrom's out for Little Falls. Vetter's back in. And Joe will take it inbounds. Vetter's doing a good job on Ash. Giving up some size. There's a shot, foul, two-pointer.
Well, Jake Mock has really picked up his defensive game, trying to follow Joe everywhere. We're seeing a lot of back picks and down low picks as Joe's trying to shake Mock. That time a little head fake and got Mock up in the air and picked up the two-shot foul.
And Joe from the line misses that first one.
Yep, Joe is 66% free throw shooter
reliable
from the free throw line. Looking to pull the Flyers to within 2 with 1:40 to go here in the first half.
Second one all home. It's in. Nice job by Joe Rothenberg.
So Joe has eclipsed his season average. He's got 12 points, and Flyers need every one of them.
We got the starting offense all back into the lineup except 33 is in. Milaca, that is the starting lineup. Everybody's back. So Coach Reach does a good job of resting his players, and these guys are ready to go. Swinging around. Little Falls in that 2-3 zone. Rothenberg. Sorensen, he's got an opening. Pulls up from 12 feet, and it's good.
And that wasn't a bad defensive series by the Flyers. Flyer got out of position, went for the steal, didn't get it. Sorensen opened with the 8-footer.
Strzok, right side, picked by Kula. He goes under, 8-footer, no good. Gets his own rebound, and Strzok gets it back out to Kula. Allholm's going to set something up here. He's going to try for the 3 again.
It's a nice screen by Kula, but Joe didn't quite hit it and picked up the foul on Kula.
Yeah, Kula. That's
just hustling.
It was. Aggressive foul.
Falls on Kula, his second.
The tough thing is it's a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, it is. Everything
and
out.
That's where the bonus here is really hurting the Flyers. Sending Kate Sorensen to the line. Averages 13.5 points on the year, the leading scorer for Milaca. At the line, shooting 2, has a half a dozen points right now.
We talked earlier before we were on. Little Falls just has trouble scoring points, but they're in the game right now. This isn't a good game so far as points go. Just a couple of lapses that they have to work on.
But they had a chance to keep it down at 2. Now suddenly has a chance to get back up to 6 here if Sorensen hits this one, and he does.
Good shot. Sorensen's got a nice smooth move for free throws.
So suddenly, with 45 seconds to go, it's a 6-point basketball game.
We're going to have some halftime interviews coming up here for the Flyer Media Productions 1000th broadcast. Vetter with the ball. Nice dish. Good slice in the lane, but
Von Wenzel picks up the foul.
You saw that Milaca did not give up their spot. Good job by the Wolves, holding their own offensive foul.
On number 32, Travis Wenzel, his second.
And we got another substitution.
Caleb Strzok.
Strzok back in, and number 54, Ethan Wickstrom back in. And Mason, he'll be back the second half, I would imagine.
I would imagine, too.
Yeah.
Unless Coach Jordan wants to deliver a lesson.
Yeah.
You never know.
2 fouls in a minute and a half is not the good thing. Good job. Joe Allholm gets away with one there. Left side, excuse me. Rothenberg coming back center.
Well, that's a travel.
Little travel. He got away with one there. Number 2, Rudolph. Good rebound by Allholm. 1 second to go. Half court, no good. And they get tangled up, and that's the end of the first half. Score, Milaca Wolves 34, Little Falls Flyers 28. So Jonesy, they came back pretty nicely.
Yeah, it really stood a chance of getting out of hand early in the half. Got down 19-9. Flyers brought it back at various times to 6 and got it down actually to 2 at 30-28. Milaca scores the last 4 points of the half to end the first 18 minutes of play with a 34-28 lead. Nothing about runs here is new to us, David. We watched the end of the JV game. The Flyers were leading that JV game 50-40 in the second half. Milaca went on a 20.
Last guy is the guy with the funny hat.
To end the game and win it 63-50. So
unbelievable.
We're hoping the Flyer varsity comes out and does the same in the second half. Down by a half dozen at the break, 34-28.
Well, we're going to take a little break here. Let's run that video again. The Flyer Media Productions 1000th show video, and then we're going to have some interviews at halftime with
See ya.
my partner in crime, Karen Warner, Carter Glost, a fifth grader from Lincoln Elementary School, Matt Lau and Elijah Kretzinger,
Bye-bye.
and maybe a coach interview with Rob Pullman. We'll see. So, Matt, you want to run off and let's get our
See you later.
video to show, and we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes.
See ya. And Paul Philippi wins a combo card at Arby's.
Look at that. I'm here with Karen Warner. Karen, my partner in crime, get over here so we can see you on the camera there. There she is. So, Karen, you and I, 1,000 broadcasts, you and I have been through almost every one of them together.
We have. It's been a good time in the making. Started about 9 years ago, I think. And yeah, Jerry Abraham was involved in our beginnings and getting us started and updated and ready to go, and kind of took it from there. So it's been great. It's been a good ride.
Well, you know what's funny too, Karen? I just have some statistics here. I don't know if you knew this, but our first broadcast on YouTube was in 2014. And today, up to this day, we have 38,248 minutes of people viewing YouTube, 5,232 individual views. The Cube, our first broadcast was December 16th, 2013. The holiday concert had 223 views. We have over 25,000 views and 350 events on the Cube.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it's all because, there we are, it's all because of you. I do appreciate it. It's really nice to have you here for the 1,000th broadcast.
Absolutely. It is it's definitely worth being here.
Oh, thank you. And now you're not running a camera tonight, are you?
No, not tonight. I have. I did a couple of hockey games this year so far.
That's great. Well, I am actually, you know, I've got a cast on right now, so I've been trying to sit as much as I can during the broadcast. But I got to tell you.
Makes us the same height.
Yeah. You can see me over the monitor,
right,
too. I think the best thing about working with you, Karen, is you're kind of the stability to my excitement.
You are very excited. I will give you that. But I love the enthusiasm. You're like infectious enthusiasm that just spreads to everybody, including me, and gets everyone excited and willing and ready to do what we do.
Well, I appreciate it. I got a couple more interviews at halftime here. We had the video. We had the great tribute by Joel Holy. Thanks to Mark Deal for all this. Thanks to Steve Jones. I really have to thank Jerry Abraham and Greg Beck. Without them, 25 years ago, we would not have had Flyer Media Productions in this form. Our first HD broadcast, in fact, Cameron, we got all the stuff up. We didn't know what to do.
I know. We had no clue. It's still a learning curve.
It sure is. Well, I want to bring in right behind me, if you see, come on over here. Karen, this is one of the new people that's going to be taking over things. This is Carter Gloss.
Awesome.
And Carter, I got to get you a microphone. Is there another headset? Hold on a second. Check, check. Oh, there we go. So, Carter, you take that and look at the camera over there. You're a little small. Hey, does your mom teach in town here? So, Carter, tell me a little bit what you do with Mr. Allholm at Lincoln. Well, there you go. Yeah, you get the big headset. There you go. That's better. Go ahead.
Later, like in the day, in the afternoon, we just cut it up in iMovie, make it prettier.
You know what? I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Allholm has the record for the broadcasts on Flyer Media Productions. He has 351 news broadcasts. He's a glutton for punishment. And Carter, I know it's because of you and Mr. Allholm. We have Adam Patrick on camera. We have Owen Kircher on camera. And we have a couple of other kids that came from the middle school or from Lincoln and Randall to be on camera. I hope you're going to be a part of Flyer Media Productions as you come to the high school.
Hopefully.
I talked to your mom already. She said, yeah.
Okay.
And Carter's the new generation of Flyer Media Production people. And it wouldn't be, without Mr. Allholm, we would not have 1,000 broadcasts, I'll tell you that. And I know that, I understand you like doing this stuff too. Good. You know there's plenty of jobs in it too. Well, great. Thanks a lot, Carter. Give that mic to Mr. Allholm. I got to talk to Sean for a second. Thanks, Carter.
Thanks, Carter.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, David?
Well, Sean, you saved our bacon the other night because that hockey broadcast, we didn't realize we were on the wrong input, and you helped us again one more
I just
time.
happened to be watching. That's fantastic. I'll tell you.
It's the funniest thing. So, Sean.
I just got a text from a couple of friends that were watching the game from outside of Little Falls, and they said, the game was in tonight. So,
yeah,
but
that happens every
fix
once in a
it,
while.
So they'll watch it tape delay.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Sean? I wanted to thank you, too, for all the Flyer Media help you've given us. You do have the record. You have 351 shows that we have on Flyer Media that are running constantly. I get your shows every day, and I put them up on Channel 181. Those do not go on our YouTube feed, but you put them up on your own ViewPure channel.
Yeah, it's on our Lincoln page, and I tell you what, the kids do a great job. We do it every single day. They film the morning announcements for that day or for the next day, and they do all the editing, the filming, and everything. After I turn them loose, I don't do anything except for write the script. So.
Well, you know what, and we have that new TriCaster for you that we've got to get your hands on.
Yep.
It just got the little Achilles problem. We're going to get that done soon. But
that'll be fantastic. We did try it one time where we tried to do it. It worked. It was fine, but there's a learning curve there, of course. And
well, it is.
Eventually, we'll be able to do some live announcements, so to be really the kids will dig it. So
they would dig it.
Fun, yeah.
Well, and having kids like Carter in there too, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Quick
And-
learner, quick learner. And
Exactly.
show him a couple times, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I got a mic here. Hold on a second. I can't hear that too well, Mark, but here. We have you can stay here, Sean. I've got somebody down below. I can see him. We have a Rob Pullman.
Yeah.
There's Rob right there. Hey, Rob, you can look at the camera. You don't even have to look at me. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay? You can talk into the mic. Talk into that microphone. Yeah, yep. I'm going to talk to, there he is. Okay. So give me a 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's on, right? Okay. So, hold on a second, Rob. Oh, thanks. Hey, yeah. Give him this so I can talk to him. Thanks, Sean. We're going to give you that, Rob. There you go. Now you don't have to look at me.
Yeah, that's right.
How you doing, Rob?
Good, good.
Hey, congratulations, Rob. This is our 1,000th broadcast. You've saved us many times by doing volleyball and girls basketball. We want to thank you.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a blast.
It's been great. Well, and I couldn't do it without you because you know that if we don't have announcers and talent, the best I can get sometimes is Jonesy here, you know.
Yeah, that's right. You got to dig pretty deep then, right?
That's right. Rob's got it right now. And Steve's looking for his headphones. Well, we're starting the second half here. We want to thank you guys for the 1,000th broadcast. We're going to come back to live action here. Mark Deal, thanks so much. And Jonesy, we're getting the headset back to you as we start the second half. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Well-oiled machine here we have. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Well, here we are starting the second half. The score is still 34-20. Thanks, Rob. And Steve, thanks for coming back here. We had to get a couple of interviews
love
in.
it. Love it.
It was great. Little Falls back to action here. Like we said, the well-oiled production machine thanks to the kids at Flyer Media Productions.
And Strock starts off nice drive, just wasn't able to kiss it off the glass. Flyers looking a little better defensively. They do have Wickstrom back on the floor. Let's see if he can stay there, stay foul-free.
And we got the starting five for both teams back. Rothenberg from 8 feet, no good. Big fight. Ash, and he's held. It's going to be on Wickstrom? Oh, I hope
on
not.
Strock.
It's on Strock. Okay,
Yep.
good.
Yep.
And back in for, make sure I got my numbers right there.
Top of the circle now, it's Rothenberg. Mock on the right. Hounded underneath the Malachek.
And here comes, there it is. Little Falls comes away with it. Alholm. Nice steal underneath. Erdman is going to pull up. Haven't seen much from Austin in the past few minutes. Good move. Right side. Wickstrom bodies it up. Good shot, but no goal.
Yep, Flyers played most of that first half without Wickstrom and Erdman, who picked up his third in that first half. So we got to keep those two guys on the floor.
Yeah, we have Mock. That starting five, they're passing. Like I said, Jonesy, 7 passes before they take a shot when they got their offense going. Number 4 here. And Mock in and out. Big rebound by Ash, and there's a held ball. That's going to go. That's the way of the Flyers. That
should be the way of the Flyers, yep.
It is, okay.
Milaca got the ball to start second
That's
half.
right, okay.
Yep. That was a little bit of a line drive shot by Mock. He had an open shot, just didn't really get much of an arc on it. Flyers got the rebound. We're 2 minutes in, no score here in the second half. Flyers still trail by 6.
And all home run the offense again. Milaca back in that 2-3 zone. Cutter in the middle. I don't think that middle is going to be too much open for anybody on the Flyers. Nice job by Alholm. Passes up, Strock, shot, no good, off the rim. Good rebound by Wickstrom. Keeps it alive.
Trying to keep it alive, yeah.
Ash got it. Boy, nice step up by Strock. No foul.
No, Mock tried to go around him. There wasn't a foul. There was a little bit of a contact, but that was a good no call.
Alholm into Wickstrom. Nice turn move. He can't kiss it off the glass. Erdman on the line.
Erdman had the rebound, lost it on the way down. But again, you were seeing some things that we didn't see in the first half. And even though the Flyers haven't put the ball in the hole yet, with Wickstrom on the floor, you can tell they're a different basketball team.
Now the ref signaled Little Falls, but that's not Little Falls' ball. That went off of Erdman. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Kunkel in for Wenzel, and Kula in for Erdman. Also off the bench for Milaca comes Rudolph Munson. Quite honestly, in a Kevin Jordan coached game, there's no way you can keep up with the subs.
There's no way. Yeah, because they're 5 at a time, 4 at a time. And Rudolph in. Sorensen, boy.
You want him shooting that shot.
You do. That's not his shot.
No.
Yeah, he can shoot that all day and not make it. Little Falls coming down. Kula, right side. Watched by Sorensen. Alholm swings it over. Back to Kula. Alholm right by Coach Jordan. Shouting instructions out. Strock. Oh, he loses control. That's out of bounds off of Strock.
Yep.
Wow.
Who's going to score the first bucket here in the second half? We've played 3 minutes and 13 seconds. No score yet. Flyers still trail by 6.
Milaca. No press put on by Little Falls yet.
Nope. But they did go back into that 2-3
back
defense.
In 2-3, yep.
Yep.
Seems to be good.
Should have been a steal.
Sorensen, nice right-handed layup.
Yep, and that was just a a poor result of a good defensive play.
Kunkel, Alholm playing catch for a while. Kula into Wickstrom. He's got a nice spin and a held ball.
Yep, he turned right into Molachek, who did a nice job.
Yep.
Wickstrom spun off Ash, which was the right move, but Molachek defensively playing help.
Yeah, good job.
Right there.
And no foul.
No, it wasn't.
Grab the ball.
No, it was
That's
the
a
right.
good
It was the
job.
right call.
Yep.
But again, I like what I see with Wickstrom. Not afraid to go at Ash, but Ash is playing without a foul, so somebody needs to go at him.
And Mock brings it down, crosses the timeline. Rudolph, Sorensen, double team now. Little Falls collapsing on him. In the middle to Ash. Boy, almost got away with a travel there. There's Rothenberg, three-pointer, in and out, no good. Good rebound.
Yep. That was one of the better positions I've seen on a guard today.
And
Caleb
that's
really
struck.
had a nice defensive position inside.
And he right hands it, but Rothenberg pulls up the rebound and a foul. Oh, he traveled. Wow. Rothenberg all over his back, but forced to travel.
Yep, I think that was Kunkel just harassing him. Got Rothenberger up in the air. Wenzel and Erdman in. Strock and Wickstrom out.
And DeBerg is back in for Milaca. Little mini press put on here by the Flyers. Let them know that they're there. Oh, nice job collapsing on travel.
Yep.
He got away with that one.
Again. Yep, Berg took a little extra hop.
Yep. Erdman with a good rebound there, though. And running the court.
Long three.
Oh, man,
short.
that's a 25-footer. No good. Alholm tries it again. Oh,
Nice
beautiful
pass.
feed.
Yep.
Wow.
Very nice pass. Yep.
That was
to
nice.
Wenzel. Yep.
Right-handed, too. Rudolph. And back to Rothenberg, trying to set up an offense. Little Falls going zone. Still. Rothenberg, nice strip. No foul, good job. Little Falls, open on the side. Alholm. Slapped, and there's a foul on Rothenberg.
Yep, I think Rothenberg's upset because he didn't get the foul on the other end. He needs a break, and he's going to get it.
Yep. Malachek coming in.
First time I've seen Rothenberg lose his cool. I was just thinking earlier on, he's a cool, collected player. That time he lost it a little bit. And Coach Reentz, who's seen everything in his 30-plus years, to give him the break.
Yeah, it's a good coaching move.
Wenzel
That's
follows.
his own, up and down from the bottom, no good. That's can't go in from the bottom there. And nice attempted steal by Alholm. Let him shoot. That's Berg way out in three-point land. Rudolph. Oh, what a beautiful feed. Sorensen. Nope. Foul.
Well, that's I'm not sure I believe that call. There's been a physical game. I think Austin Erdman got the short end of the stick there. He just, there's a rule in basketball called the rule of verticality, which you are allowed the space directly up to the ceiling. Austin was there, planted, arms straight up, and Sorensen actually ran into his arms.
Definitely put his
I don't
shoulder
agree
into
with
it.
that.
Yeah, that's
Don't
a
agree with that
straight up call. Wow, not much scoring in this second half at all. Sorensen, second one, in and out. An omen for the Flyers.
He's stuck at 10 points. Flyers trail by 6. We've
Kula.
only seen 4 points, 2 by each team in about 6 minutes of play.
Nice shot by Wenzel. Good rebound by Kula. Back to Wenzel. Kula from the free throw line. Nothing open there. Alholm dishes. And there's a nice right-handed layup.
Yep, by Kunkel.
That's Kunkel.
Down
4
to
points.
4.
And Malachek playing catch.
Ash getting ready to check back in, and I would bet Rothenberg follows.
Yeah, and Berg, big body in the middle. There's Sorensen.
Tough shot.
Footer, nope.
But Kula bailed him out.
Yeah, darn. Let them shoot that shot all day.
Yep.
And Sorensen goes to the line again. Boy, we got 4 fouls again, Jonesy.
Yep, picking him up fast. Fast and furious.
Sorensen missed the last 2. First one's good.
Not this one, though. his 11th point.
Well, Strock and Wickstrom come back in. Vetter and Kula go out. And back in Rothenberg. I don't think anybody on their team has more than 2 fouls. I don't believe. I'm looking at the clock. I don't see many more than 2.
The Flyers' aggressive play will have them pick up fouls. There's no doubt about it. Kevin Jordan would argue that it's never balanced out.
Yeah. Allholm swings it out. Wenzel, Strock, little spin move, dip move, and he's double teamed. Gets back. And back to Strock. Allholm gets away with a travel there. In! Nice job by Joel.
Little running layup. Down to 3.
Playing catch, Rothenberg. Oh, nice dish to Sorensen. He's not going to miss that shot.
Nope.
10-footer. He's good for that. And the
39-34.
Opening up a little bit here. Strock. Wenzel. Back. Oh, that's just not the pass you want to do, Mock.
Oh, great pickoff by Kunkel.
That was beautiful. Back and forth. Allholm looks for some help. Strock. There's another 10-footer. No good there. Rebounded by Malachek. They get tangled up. Little Falls players have to get back on defense. Sorensen, spin move. That could have been a... Wickstrom got that on the rim, too. There's a foul before that.
Yep, another foul. Team foul number 5.
Number 5, wow.
And Sorensen back to the line.
Sorensen,
this will be his
1 out of 4.
9th and 10th free throws he's shooting, I think.
Short
on that
good
one.
Yet. He lost his, he's frustrated too. He's lost that style. Yeah, Ash back. Vetter back. Wickstrom out. And Berg is still in. Ash is still coming on. Oh, he's going to replace Sorensen. Boy, second one, no good. Nice rebound.
Yep.
That's a second good position by Strock. And Little Falls going to find an opening here.
Flyers need a bucket.
They
Down
do.
by 5.
And his little zone defense tough to penetrate by the Flyers. They're doing a good job. Milaca's moving their feet. Allholm, Strock, Vetter setting the pick. Goes left side, gets his own rebound. Nice one, wide open 3. Decides to pass it up. Wenzel, short 12-footer, no good. Off
his foot, dribbled it off his own foot.
Berg's foot, yep, that's off. Berg's foot.
Yep. But what we saw that last possession though, Dave, was a more patient Flyer offense. They didn't take the first shot they could have. They didn't take the second shot. They kept looking for a better shot. That was one of their better moves around. Oscar Norgren off the bench for the first time.
First time in for Oscar. Vetter's giving Ash all he can handle underneath. Allholm, that's a 2. That's a 3. Got it a 3. Yep. Behind the line.
Big bucket for Joe.
Wow.
He's got 17. The Flyers are down by 2.
And this is a game, Jonesy. This is a game. Ash. Back to Rothenberg. Wade. They're swinging it around. Number 6 pass coming up here. Berg. And guess who's got the rebound? Big body.
Yep.
He knows how to use his body. Nobody can stop him underneath.
Yep.
They just don't have anybody to challenge him underneath.
No.
Yeah, we got a timeout by Jordan. Good call.
And the coach is upset because Ash is just throwing his body around and lowering his shoulder and putting it into the players.
Yeah,
that's the part that I think that's bothering Kevin.
He's talked to the ref twice about that.
Being
easily.
short is one thing, but when you get manhandled and you're short, that's a different thing. But you know, we're halfway through this second half, Dave, and FMP's 1,000th broadcast. I've thought of the things that I've done 1,000 times. And just gets me tired thinking about it. You know? So I can only imagine what it's like for our crack staff here. Boy, we got good kids, don't we?
We really do. I'm looking at our camera people. We got Lexi Feligy, and we've got Rebecca Pollard, and I've got Adam Patrick and Owen Kircher on camera. Up in the booth, Matt Lau, and Elijah Kretzinger is directing tonight. Karen Warner is not on a camera tonight, and neither is Mark Deal. That's pretty awesome. It's been a good night. A couple of other statistics. Matt, if you want to run that graphic about some of the records that we have for Flyer Media Productions, there's our YouTube channel stats. Look at that. 38,248 minutes, 5,200 views since December 22nd, 2014, when we didn't know what we were doing.
No, we didn't.
And that's pretty good. We appreciate all the viewership. Thanks so much for calling us when things don't work either. We do appreciate that too.
Back to live action. Flyers down by 4 with the basketball. Vetter long 3.
Wow, rainbow, no good.
Yep.
Rothenberg with the rebound. He's having trouble getting it across the court. He
That's
jumped out, traveled, and he got away with it.
Yep.
Wow, nice steal by Nordley. Dishes it up. He's getting sloppy here. Oh, Nordgren.
And that's a lost opportunity there for the Flyers. They got one back and then turned it right back.
Well, running the offense, Rothenberg. And not in foul trouble at all is Milaca. Two-pointer, no good.
Again, that's a shot you want him to take.
Yeah. He's not going to make.
Oscar Nordgren with the rebound, and he's fouled. And so I don't know if it matters that Kevin Jordan talked to that official, but that's the one that Kevin talked to, and maybe he got one. Of course, in that respect, we already had the ball, so it was a foul that really doesn't matter. But, maybe he got his point across.
And I think that's what coaches like. You know, as a former referee, you knew when you did something wrong, too. You're not going to make it up, but you want to make sure you call it fair.
That'd be a big one if it would go. It would not go, though.
No good. Ash with the rebound. Rothenberg crosses the timeline. Nice steal. Boy, he anticipated that.
Yep.
Strock.
Yep, I see some good things from Strock. He's not shooting the ball exceptionally well tonight, but I like what I see on the floor.
Nordley gets hammered. No call.
Nordgren, in and out.
In and out. And they're looking for a call from the ref. They're
going to get another foul there.
And that's going to be on
Ash, I believe.
No, it's not.
Oh, maybe got it on number 33.
They called it on 42.
They called it on
They got it on Sorensen.
Well, that's the first time all night that Milaca's had two fouls in a row.
Oh, bad throw in by Allhome. It's going Milaca's way.
Yep, calling it off Wickstrom.
Boy.
So again, Flyers had an opportunity to get this thing down, just come away without a shot.
Joe Allhome's out. Nordley's out. Wenzel in. Kunkel in.
Yep, that's foul.
That's foul.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That's the tough one because it puts him at the free throw line.
It does, and
I think that's number 7.
That's bonus right now.
Maybe it's only number 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one gets him to the free throw line.
And that's going to hurt if they get that far. We got to keep this under control. Rothenberg crosses the timeline.
Flyer defense has done a nice job in the second half here, Dave. They have forced a number of turnovers and given themselves opportunities. They gave call an offensive foul there on Rothenberg.
Yeah, they did. And guess what?
Actually, they called it on the pick on Malachek. And Reitz wants a timeout to talk about things. The pace of this game has certainly changed from a 34-28 relatively quick first half. It's almost gotten a little bit of a plodding pace here, Dave, in the second half.
Well, the scoring didn't pick up until like 4 minutes into the second half, too.
We went about 3.5 minutes without a point.
Well, a couple of the stats. Matt, can you roll that graphic about the Flyer Media Productions numbers of the 1,000 broadcasts? I think I slammed a bunch of things together here. Sean Allhome leads the way, of course, with over 330 Lincoln News broadcasts. The other graphic, Matt. It's down below that one. It's nice when you can talk to your. There we go.
Yeah.
So look at that. There's our 1,000 broadcast breakdown. Jonesy, 24 school board meetings. You got to love that.
I know, exactly. But what I love on here are the new ones, the soccer games, the football games, baseball, softball, girls hockey, boys hockey.
Yep.
You know, we're trying to do anything, but it's not just sports. We got graduations. We've got concerts. We've got elementary programs.
Yep.
We're all over the district. That's the great thing about Flyer Media Productions. It's just not athletics.
And it truly is building wide. We've got places everywhere. We've done a broadcast from every building, including Central CEC.
And they got a foul inside on Ash as he's manhandling Wickstrom inside. So all of a sudden, things are starting to get even up. Fouls are at 6 and 5, so the Flyers with an opportunity now to maybe get to the free throw line.
Like we said at the open, both teams looking for their first Granite Ridge win, and Rothenberg steals. Big foul.
Yep.
That's going to be intentional.
Yeah, I think
they called it.
They
yeah,
are.
The ref.
Yep, they are. Yep.
That's a good call.
It really is. And, I don't think it was malicious, intentional, but by the way the rule is written, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they shouldn't line up for this then. He gets unimpeded two shots.
Yep. And I don't think that's one that, Kevin's talking to the official, but I think Kevin knows.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And again, to Kunkel's credit, it was a breakaway. He was just trying merely to slow things down. But the way that the rule is written and where it happened on the floor, it does fulfill that requirement.
Yeah, and there was no tomahawk chop or anything. It was just an intentional foul.
Yep.
And Milaca gets the ball out of bounds,
and that's
too.
the tough part about it.
Well, the tough part, they get it underneath, too.
Yep. And suddenly the lead is back up to 6, which is where it was at halftime. We're 7:05 to play. The Flyers have to really dig deep here and claw their way back into this. The problem is they had some multiple fruitless trips down the floor where they didn't get a shot away. Flyers have to protect that basketball, cradle it, and do something with it offensively, but they have to stop them right here.
Rothenberg, wide open. I'm glad he missed that one. That was a wide open shot. Rebounded again. That's number 3 by Strock. Alholm, left side. And Milaca in a pretty aggressive man defense here, too. Oh, boy. Wickstrom just about lost that one. Back in, Strock. Got to get out of that lane.
There it is.
There it is. Big bucket.
Yep, I mean, he was due. He's kissed it off glass probably 4 or 5 times during this game. Just could not get it to go. Just a slight 6-footer, but he's not afraid to go to the hoop. The lefty looking to bring the lead back to within 3. Missed it.
Nice replay, too. Thanks a lot, Matt, for those replays. And Rothenberg, we needed that basket, did not get it.
That's not a good shot.
That is not a good shot. He's pulled up on that one. Alholm running wide. Good call. And Rothenberg says he can't believe it. That was a good call on him. Put his body all the way up.
And Joe forced the issue. Really didn't have any business going there with trying to create it. Got lucky, got bailed out, and now goes to the free throw line for pretty important 2
Guess
free
what?
throws.
And Jonesy, we're at 7 fouls apiece, so we got the bonus.
Yep.
And Alholm, pretty steady at the line, 68% you mentioned.
Well, makes this one. He brings it back to within 2. The Flyers have been within 2-3 times if Alholm makes this free throw, but have not been able to get any closer than that. And
rolls out. Big rebound by Ash. And Milaca brings the ball up. Rothenberg running the way. Rudolph playing catch. Man defense by Little Falls. Oh, Sorensen. Let him shoot it in and out.
Yep.
And Kula comes up with the rebound on that one.
He takes those shots like he normally hits them, but I'll tell you, I'll take my chances with him shooting
the ball
from 15 feet.
Back off and don't foul him. Oh, bad pass by Joe, but picked up in the middle by Wickstrom.
Yeah,
on the line.
Oh,
boy.
I thought he was going to get the fact that Molechek pushed him a little bit, but that was Caleb just trying to push the issue a little bit. Had the open jumper, didn't take it.
Little Falls a little press here. Alholm is good in the face of Milaca. And Rothenberg comes up. Rudolph, three-pointer.
He hit one earlier.
Held ball. That is going Little Falls' way.
Yep.
Wow.
Ash has not had free reign on the boards the second half, Dave, like he did the first half.
No, he didn't.
I think Strock is a part of that. Kula and certainly Wickstrom has been a reason for that. And let's hope Austin Erdman coming in the ball game here with 4 fouls can be a presence for this basketball team. They need that senior leadership. Trailing by 3 with 5:48 to play in the second half.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, Kula did a great job getting that ball tied up, too. Little Falls coming down court. Alholm wide open 3, 24 feet. Oh, over the backboard. That's got to be Little Falls' ball.
No, I thought that was off Erdman.
Okay.
It sure seemed like it was off Erdman. But that's the kind of thing that would have been a huge shot if it went. Joe had his shot, just did not quite get it to go. But again, Flyers down by 3, and now back on the defensive end, where they have really exerted a lot of energy tonight.
And they're going to put a little stronger press on, too, here.
This is the kind of game the Flyers have to win. This is it's right where they need it to be, in the 40s.
And a timeout
Timeout
called by Reitz. Okay.
Yep, he's got 2 left.
We do want to thank our great crew. You'll see the credits at the end of the night. 1,000th broadcast. I started doing play-by-play when Greg Beck and Jerry Abraham did these broadcasts. And guess who my color guy was? You'll never guess. Brad Lager was my color guy.
All right.
It was pretty fun. Brad was really good, and we had a lot of good times. I think one of the most fun games I ever did was with Paul Francek. Paul Francek, a great color man, because he has a joke every minute. I couldn't stop laughing some of the times. We've had Rick Shabluski up here doing color. We've had Leanne Grasso, Debulinimi Allen doing it. Peg Urbanski's been up here too. Rob Pullman, of course. Ethan Stanford coming up as a high schooler, doing quite a nice job doing play-by-play.
Yep, I was with Ethan on his first broadcast last year.
Yeah, and he was learned a lot from that. He really did. Corey Fink has been helping us out. Of course, our hockey broadcast, Jonesy.
Yeah.
James Hershey and Jamie Pettit. It's stellar. And Joey Hanowski did the broadcast with Jamie the other on Monday night. What a broadcast. I really look up to those two guys, especially James. Thanks a lot for Falls Radio and Chris Graham's letting us have their talent.
Exactly.
Well, here we go. Milaca, 5 minutes to go. Close game, only 3 points separating these two. Rothenberg almost has his pocket picked. Rudolph, Little Falls zoning 2-3. Rothenberg, Malachek in the corner. They're going to slow things down here, force Little Falls to come out. Rudolph, no shot clock in high school. They're experimenting with it. Some places in Minnesota tournaments that. I think the Granite City tournament.
Flyers
Granite
have
City
to be
Classic
careful here with Ash and Sorensen.
They do. Look at that.
Yep, and that was tipped off Sorensen. It should go. Yep,
that's a nice job.
Yep.
Wickstrom got his big body up there.
Yep.
Got Erdman back in.
Yep, with 4 fouls, Erdman is just going to play offense if he possibly can.
Yep, they'll put him up in the zone, top of the zone. And he doesn't want to get in any more trouble. He'll be out. Strock, Erdman up high. Wickstrom in that lane. Boy, Ash is just manhandling him. Nice job underneath by Ash on Wickstrom. Strock.
Milaca's extended their zone too, or their man-to-man, excuse me.
Yeah, they have. They're pushing him back to the timeline.
Yep.
Kunkel. Little switch hands move there. Strock, 8-footer, no good. Allhome, a good 23-footer. It's in for Allhome.
And again, Strock missed the shot he should have made. He feels, but somehow the ball gets tipped out, and suddenly we're starting fresh. 43-43 with 4 minutes to go.
This is the first tie of the game, Jonesy.
Yep.
3:57 left. They tie it up. Rothenberg and Little Falls wants this game bad.
Yep. Flyers have to be careful not to give anything easy just like that.
There it is. Yep.
Again, that inside pass to Ash starts everything.
It does. Not much they can do. Wickstrom just doesn't have the body to go up against Sorensen down below. Erdman, free throw line, in!
Yep.
Nice job.
Yep. That's a shot Austin should hit. That's a shot he wants to take. And ties it back up again. Second time we've been tied within a few seconds. 3:32 to play, David. It's 45-45.
Wow. Well, 1,000th broadcast here. Pretty incredible to think that there's 1,000 different games that we've done. Of course, in our program, Jones, you got to understand, too, that there's about 20 programs that we use as a circulating, rotating program.
Yep.
But number 1,000 actually is tonight. The hockey game numbered 1,000, but that was actually 999. There's the replay. Look at that. And I tell you what, Matt Lau, he's got that down. Instant replay working great here tonight.
Yep, I saw Matt yesterday. He was walking through the commons, and he said, Mr. Jones, you ready for tomorrow night? And I said, you bet, Matt. Are you excited? He goes, I really am. I'm really excited about this. So I think there's a lot of pride among our kids that spend an awful lot of their own time, Dave.
They do.
With FMP. And for a program to be successful like this, obviously it needs leadership from our adults, but ultimately it needs kids to take ownership of it. And that's the part that I'm happiest about in my 6th year here in the district, is that we are starting to see kids feel that this is their television station. That's the way it needs to be.
I totally agree, and I know that Mark Deal's starting to step in and take over. Mark is laid back enough to let the kids do the things too, and I think that's one of the greatest assets we have is the support we have back at the head level.
Yep, because this is the classroom.
It truly is.
Yep.
And Rothenberg back in Mock, and Rothenberg playing catch. Starting lineup back in for the Milaca Wolves. Oh, nice tip by Wickstrom. But Ash still comes up with that ball. Mock underneath.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice
boy.
pass.
Malachek.
Yep, it was a nice pass.
That was beautiful.
Yep, Flyers had a chance to come up with a steal, just couldn't quite corral it. And now the pressure's back on the Flyers as Malachek scores his first bucket of the night. Flyers need an answer.
Strzok, nice pick by Kula. Strzok going left side. Kunkel, in and out. Boy, that three just does not go for him. That's off of Little Falls.
Yeah, but great
Strzok.
hustle. And again, that's a shot you'd take all the time. Kunkel had it rattle around. Still, Flyers in better shape than they were a while ago. 2:52 to play, down by a bucket. They need to stop.
Rudolph in for Malachek. And Rothenberg inbound. They're going to put a little more aggressive press on here. Make sure that Milaca knows that they're here. And Rothenberg easily clears that zone. Mock. Rudolph back to Mock. Little Falls.
Flyers might have to switch to man-to-man.
I think they're pushing up. They're pushing to man right now. And Coach Jordan's looking to see what he wants to do. Rothenberg drives base. Nice job by Rothenberg.
Yep.
Not much you can do to stop him.
Well, Flyers are going to have to gamble defensively if they're going to come away with a steal.
They've got some fouls to give on players right now.
Yep.
Erdman, you said, has 4 fouls. And I see Strzok has 3. And Wickstrom has 3.
Yep. But right now, all of that is somewhat inconsequential. Flyers need to put the ball in the hole. 144 seconds remaining in the game. See what the Flyers can do. They've trailed by as many as 10. Early on, 19-9. Trailed a couple more times by 10. But it's been kind of a nip and tuck game with Milaca holding the edge the entire time. We've been tied 2 separate times late here in the game. 2:24 to play. Let's see if the Flyers can make a final run.
And Coach Jordan and Coach Reitz both coming back out of semi-coaching retirement to do these games.
Yep. Joe Alholm leading the way for the Flyers, only one near double digits. He's got
21 points.
Yep, 21 of the 45 points for the Flyers. Will it be Alholm to come up with a big bucket?
Oh, nice
Drive,
baseline.
shoots,
He
hits.
does it right-handed right off the board. And he's got 2 to tie this thing. 2 points left. Sorry, 49 and 47 here. Rothenberg, they're letting him play. Alholm, right hand, boom, tied up.
Again. Alholm with 25.
Nice job by Joe. 4 quick points.
He's going to pick
and
up a foul there.
Offensive
they're going to call an offensive
yes,
foul.
Oh, Rothenberg
And
put
now
his shoulder down.
Reitz just slams the ball down.
That's
Is he going to? He's going to get the technical.
That's a technical.
Yep.
There's Alholm on that basket. Nice job by Matt Lau. That's a technical foul. That is not good timing for Milaca.
No. Flyers were going to get the ball anyway, but now it sends Joe Alholm to the line with a chance, Dave, for the Flyers to take the first lead of the evening.
And he gets 2. There's 1 right there, Jonesy. 1:59 to go. They score the point to put them ahead. And Little Falls gets the ball at center court.
Yep. And you know, Dave, we talk a lot about players losing their cool. Adults should not lose their cool in a basketball game. Big penalty for the veteran mentor, Doug Reitz.
Absolutely. And guess where Rothenberg is?
Yep.
He's on the. Oh, he's still out there. I thought he was. He got a good talking to, I think.
But he wasn't the one that picked up the technical.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was the coach. And Rothenberg, I mean, he really didn't even commit the foul, to be honest with you.
I tell you what, they're pulling up their defense, pushing base back for Little Falls.
Yep.
Alholm double teamed. And this is big time. Big steal by Rothenberg. And he comes up with it. Sorensen.
And a foul on Alholm on Sorensen.
Boy.
That Flyers got themselves into a situation where they were trapped at midcourt, and a pass across the section where, you know, quite frankly, that's what Milaca wanted them to do.
Yep.
And come up with the steal.
Sorensen hasn't been stellar from the line here.
Shooting 1-on-1, misses the first one badly.
Good job, Kula with the rebound. Let's get this thing down the road.
Yep. Flyers just need to control the basketball.
Take a good shot, double team.
Yep.
And let Milaca come to foul if they need to. Kula.
And, of course, Alholm's the guy you want him to foul.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
and they're not going to do it.
Again.
Yep. Strauss just missed that one.
Well, he moved, and when Joe threw it where he wasn't anymore.
Yeah. The pass was right where it was supposed to be,
Yep.
but Strock wasn't there.
Minute 13 to play. Into
Sorensen.
Sorensen. We got another foul
Bad foul.
on Erdman. That'll be
that's
number
it.
5.
That's going to hurt.
Yep. Yep.
And he gets 30 seconds to replace him.
Yep.
Well, who's going to come in? Is it going to be
Well,
Wickstrom?
Sorensen's at the free throw line, and after hitting 2 of his first 3, he is 1 of his last 7.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens. Here comes Vetter in to replace Erdman, who
Jonesy, that's a huge statistic because they're only 49 points. You know, that's 7
know.
points they could sure have used.
Yep. And he'll shoot 1 and 1 here.
Well, Sorensen
Missed badly on his
not
last
stellar.
one. Almost missed the front of the rim. He's thinking a lot about these free throws.
Yeah, he
Let's
is.
see what happens. That one looked better.
Yeah, no.
Hard off the
A
rim.
little strong.
Oh, that's right. It was a 2-shot foul.
Yep, yeah.
Yep.
And
Flyers have to get the rebound.
He's
here.
frustrated, too. This is the time to.
So watch the big matchup on the right side of the lane. Kula and Ash.
Yep.
On the right side. Let's see what happens. Ash pushes his way
And
in.
he gets it in.
Sorensen
Okay.
makes it. We got a 1-point game.
And now the big press is coming on by Milaca. Little Falls got to break
Yep.
this.
Yep.
Don't foul. And there's a foul.
There's a foul.
Yep. Malachek gets
Yep.
the foul.
Yep. Picks up the foul. All home will go to the free throw line. Flyers, quite honestly, Dave, really struggling with that press.
Boy, they are.
Good news is it's a 2-shot foul for all home. It's the 10th team foul on Milaca. And all home will go to the line, hopefully to repeat what he did just a few moments ago and hit 2 free throws.
And Little Falls,
Hits his first one.
Milaca's Little Falls in the double bonus from now on
Yep.
out. 10 fouls.
Puts the lead up to 2.
Wow.
See if all home can make it the largest Flyer lead of the night with 65 seconds to go.
You
Hits
want
it.
him at the line. And Jonesy, he's the press breaker. You got to get it to him
Yep.
or Strock.
Yep, 29 points for all home. Flyers lead by 3.
And Rothenberg going to play catch with Mock, crossing the line. Little Falls going to let him have some room right now. They don't need to do anything stupid here.
Don't want to give up the 3, though. That's a way off.
Way off. Air ball.
Yep.
And
Big
Rudolph
miss.
couldn't get
Yep.
it.
Yep, Rothenberg, a little surprised.
Yeah.
You know, for a team, I thought, Dave, that really played well in the first half. They were calm, cool, under control. They have really had the train come off the tracks here in the second half in terms of their character almost and the way that they're playing the basketball game. We got to get the ball across the floor here, boys.
That shot selection by Milaca,
Yeah.
not a good choice right there either. And Strock, they got to get that ball back to all home. Let him run the offense. There we go.
Yep.
Put him at the line.
So the big thing about these 2 free throws that all home will put up is it will make it a 2-possession basketball game if he hits one of them. Flyers lead 53-50, exactly 37 seconds to play. All home at the free throw line where he has hit his last 4.
He's on fire from the line. Oh, misses that one.
A 66% free throw shooter through the regular season, shooting slightly better than that tonight. This is an important one.
2 possession right here if he makes it.
Looks good.
It's in. Oh, in and out. Rebound. Vetter could not handle it. Wow. That's the 4th ball that's been halfway in and bounced out for both teams.
Okay.
Okay, they're going to pull back on the presser. They cannot foul. And Rothenberg's going to inbound the ball. Lots of pressure on Milaca here. They're going to break that press. Mock is going to go right side.
Nice
Tipped out.
tip by
Beautiful
Kunkel.
play.
Yep. And then Kunkel gives it right back.
Berg with the ball.
Flyers
Slapped away
get the ball
by
in the air.
Kula.
We're down to 22 frenetic seconds
Oh,
left
my
in
goodness.
this basketball game.
3 turnovers in 5 seconds.
Yep. Each team had a chance to do something with it. We're down to 21.4 seconds to play. Flyers 53-50 lead. So if you're Doug Reentz on the bench of the Milaca Wolves, Dave, are you looking to get a quick bucket or are you looking to set up for a 3?
I'm thinking, who are you going to give it to but Malachek or Rothenberg?
And there was the last 3 that Milaca took unsuccessfully. The long Rothenberg three-pointer that just ran on the replay. Let's see what the Flyers can do defensively. I think 1 stop should be enough. And here's the loose ball, the steal by Joe Alholm at the
Beautiful
about the
replay.
3-minute mark that tied the basketball game up. That was the 26th and 27th points of the night for Joe Alholm, who is leading all scorers with 29. The only other players in double digits are Cade Sorensen with 16 and Dylan Ash with 10.
Well, good news here, too. Milaca gets the ball in midcourt, not underneath.
Right. Ash
of the
is not on
timeout.
the floor, by the way, because
No.
of the free throw shooting.
Yeah.
He is not the guy they want with the basketball, although tonight he's 4 for 6 from the free throw line.
Well, Rothenberg is the three-point shooter here, but that last three-pointer was ill-advised. Mock, Rudolph, Ash.
The way they're setting up, they're going to go for 3, it looks like.
Yep, Sorensen and Berg underneath.
Yep.
Little
Get out in
Falls
front
just
of
got to
him.
pull back. That's all they got to
Oh.
do. There's a 3.
Short.
Rudolph hasn't made one yet.
That's all right. Give him that. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorensen.
And Sorensen in.
As long as it wasn't a foul.
Nope, no foul.
All right, makes it a 1-point game. Flyers take the timeout with 4 seconds to go.
Unbelievable.
I think we'll give kudos to our scorekeeper, because when I looked up, it was 5.4 seconds when the whistle blew, but a little slow on that button, I think. But again,
Who's running that down
exactly. But hey, right now, we're going to take that 1.4 seconds. And
Oh,
the
man.
Flyers have 4 seconds to burn off. So, Dave, some tough questions to ask here.
What do you do?
Do you try to throw it deep and not throw it out of bounds, but throw it deep, because even if it's turned over, what are the odds that they're going to hit the long shot?
You bet.
If it's touched by a Flyer somewhere, somehow, to get it into the front court, you've got yourself set up. Or are you going to try to set something up where it gets inbound to Joe Alholm, who's the guy you want with the basketball at the free throw line? Any kind of successful inbounds pass and a shot for a free throw, it's going to make it a difficult opportunity for Milaca to get up and down the floor in less than 4 seconds.
I'm thinking, Jonesy, I'd throw it away. I'd throw it down the court. Let it go out of bounds.
It can't go out of bounds.
Oh,
It's
it
got to
can't,
hit
because it would
somebody.
come back
It's gotta
inbounds
hit-
there.
Right. It's got to hit
That's right.
somebody. It's got to hit somebody. So that's the difficult task here.
And you,
And so do you throw just a balloon and let somebody run under it?
or do you throw it at Sorensen's feet and then kick it out of
So
bounds?
right now you got Kunkel on the floor, who's quicker than anybody. Here he goes deep. Oh,
And he's got it out of bounds. He did it. And the ball comes back out of bounds to Milaca
Yep.
underneath.
yep. The Flyers, they took a timeout and did not do the play the correct way. So they turned the ball over, and Milaca now has a chance to win the basketball
Oh, boy.
game.
And Coach Jordan is not happy about that.
And that's where the communication of a basketball team is so important. So did somebody miss an assignment? Obviously somebody did, because the player throwing the ball in expected the player on the wing to do something that went the other way.
And if you saw that, it went to the outside, too, and I don't think that pass was supposed to go there.
No. So one of the things you always want is the player taking the ball out of bounds to make sure that he is a player that is understanding the situation completely. And it's okay for players to ask questions, and maybe that's what has to happen. Ask a question on the bench. Is this really what you want, Coach? Is this what we're going to do? And let's hope, Dave, that does not come back to harm the Flyers, because you know who's going to be in the game now is going to be Dylan Ash.
It's going to be Ash, you bet.
And Erdman on the bench with 5 fouls. Are we going to see both Wickstroms or just one Wickstrom? We're just going to see one Wickstrom.
Yep. We got Mason out there. Okay, and that ball, the only thing is he's got to stay still, too. He cannot move on the end line.
Yep.
Rothenberg.
He walked.
Shot.
Oh, huge block.
And there it
huge
is.
block by Mason
Wickstrom did it.
Yep. Rothenberg got away with a walk. And then Wickstrom came in with the block. And the Flyers somehow survived, Dave.
53-52, the second closest game of the year. And Little Falls comes away. Mason Wickstrom with basically the play of the game.
That was a great finish to a basketball game. That wasn't necessarily the best played basketball game, but well played in terms of heart and soul and effort by both these squads.
Wow.
Flyers come up with their 3rd win of the year, their first win in the Granite Ridge Conference, the first win in the Granite Ridge Conference under new head coach Kevin Jordan. and the Flyers go to 3-7 by virtue of a 53-52 win here at Flyer Gymnasium.
Well, I tell you what, the play of the game could have been that technical foul.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
disagree.
going to come back and haunt. Little Falls comes away with a victory here, Jonesy. Little scoring totals. I can see a few up there. Go ahead.
Cade Sorensen leads the way for Milaca. He finishes with 18. Dylan Ash finishes with 10. Rothenberger has 11 also in the scorebook. Jake Mock, who hit a couple of buckets early on in the game, he finishes with 6. And Logan Milacek finishes with 2. Joe Berg off the bench with 2. And Louis Rudolph Munson hit 1-3 earlier in the game to finish with 3. For the Flyers, it was a lot of
wow.
Joe Alholm offensively leading the way tonight with 29 total
Unbelievable.
points. 7 for Travis Wenzel. Austin Erdman chips in with 5. It's Thomas Kunkel with 4. Caleb Strock also with 4. Alex Guast with an early 3. And Anthony Vetter, a lot of floor time, played well, fought hard, got 1 point. And the Flyers, that 1 point that Vetter put in, hey, he was important because it's a 1-point win for the Flyers. Flyers eke out a victory here on the FMP's 1,000th broadcast. We'd have nothing else but a win for us tonight. Would it be, Gertzy? 53-52.
This is great. 1,000 games. First big win of the season for Little Falls in the Granite Ridge Conference. Steve Jones, my partner, it's great to be with you again. I really appreciate it. Great for having the crew up. You'll see the credits being run. 1,000th game. I want to thank everybody for being a supportive person for Flyer Media. Of course, it goes all the way back 25 years ago, but it continues to this day. Let's hope for 1,000 more broadcasts. This is Dave Gertz along with Steve Jones signing off from Flyer Gymnasiums, where the Flyers come away with an exciting 53-52 victory over the Milaca Wolves. We'll be back tomorrow night. Girls basketball versus the Mora Mustangs, the 1,002nd broadcast, because I got to put Sean's news on tomorrow.
There you go.
Hey, thanks a lot, everybody. Good night. Stay warm. Signing off. See you later. Yeah, you can stop the recording. I'll go up there and stop everything upstairs too. Oh, thank you. All right, thanks. Cake in the lounge, Jonesy, if you want it. And look in the comments. Thanks. Because you're going tomorrow night. Yep. We got a bad Verizum up here too, Mark, on Rebecca's camera. Yeah, there's another one. Thanks. All right. Nice job, you guys. Good job. How'd you like the video? You see your face in it? I saw myself when we lost the face. Your beautiful face.